It's the Texas weather discussion video for Tuesday, the 24th of July. I'm Donovan Neal. We get a break from the triple-digit heat today with highs closer to the upper 90s, but nonetheless, it's still going to be very hot until we get to next week. So here's the upper air look across the nation this morning across the continental United States. Still, that remarkable upper high is still positioned in the Four Corners area, basically extending into the North Texas region. We still have a trough in the eastern states in the eastern part of the country that brought that weak cold front down yesterday. That produced a little bit of sprinkles in the morning hours and also cooled us down a few degrees. But it was still very hot today, and it's still going to be very hot tomorrow until we get to next week. And for the first time since July 17th, North Texas is not under any excessive heat watches, warnings, or any heat advisories. And that's pretty remarkable for this time of the year. We still have an air quality alert for high amounts of ozone today. And off to our west, we have excessive heat warnings and heat advisories for parts of California, Nevada, and Arizona. And off to our east, we have flood watches and warnings in effect for the mid-Atlantic states. And for the convective outlooks, we have marginal risk for severe storms in effect for parts of the high plains extending down into New Mexico, and a standard slight risk generally around South Dakota. Tomorrow, marginal risk for parts of the plains, and on day 3, marginal risk parts of the high plains into the Great Lakes states. This is the average rainfall for the next 7 days, valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Heavier totals are basically centered around central Florida and through the mid-Atlantic states. Down here, amounts generally stay around an inch or less for much of North Texas. And again, that's anything that we see next week with that potential cold front coming through during the early part of next week. And the tropics continue to remain as quiet as a mouse. So let's go on to the model output. This is the 06Z run of the GFS, valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock. 597 meter high, basically still positioned over the Four Corners region. Trough in the east down here. As a result of that, we still stay dry, sandwiched in between that. Highs should stay in the upper 90s today. Some places could still break 100, but not many places. Get a nice break from that 100-degree heat, but still going to be very hot. Wednesday, we pretty much warm back up to the low 100s, mostly sunny with very hot conditions, lows in the upper 70s to low 80s. Same thing on Thursday and same thing on Friday. Weather really won't change this much this week with highs in the low 100s, mostly sunny skies. And here's Saturday as the weekend begins. Saturday, pretty much the same deal. Mostly sunny, highs in the low 100s, and same thing on Sunday. The weather for the weekend won't change much. Lows should be in the upper 90s to low 80s. And here's Monday. Early Monday morning. You can see that we have a cold front that's basically stationed near Oklahoma. That'll bring lots of rain out ahead of this thing during the pre-dawn hours and of course Monday during the morning hours, but that'll clear out during the afternoon hours. Highs will be in the mid-90s because we'll be mostly cool from that cold front as a result of that front. And here's a week from today, Tuesday the 31st of July. Look at that trough in the just to the north of us. And down here, that would suggest that we still could see a few isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon hours after a fairly wet morning on Tuesday as well. And if that were to verify, highs should be in the low to mid 90s, a nice break from the triple-digit heat for this time of the year. And here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Thursday, the 2nd of August. You can see we still have that trough in the, it's basically over our area, kind of a pattern change here from that ridge, and down here we still stay dry. But you can see for the numbers for the next 15 days coming off the European ensemble, really after this weekend, we get a nice break from the triple-digit heat with highs mostly in the low to mid 90s as we start out early August. And look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook coming off the Climate Prediction Center's page, and that's basically saying that parts of the Midwest could see below average temperatures for this time of the year, and that basically clips North Texas with about a 40 to 50% chance of below average temperatures for this time of the year for the next 6 to 10 days. And wow. And that will be super convenient for us, especially since this is supposed to be the hottest part of the summer. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video for today. I'll run it in the blog. The next video here should be posted at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and Godspeed.